Yo, we got JJCC's Prince Mac and Eddie in the studio. Hi, guys.
Two set.
Hey yo,
E to the PM. Pretty Mac입니다. What are you doing?
Sorry, sorry, man.
Messed it up.
Wait, what is up with it? Is this like for you too, or?
Yeah, a special unit for us.
Because you guys have been doing it last week, and it's
unit.
yeah, it sounds like a special team name for you two.
Yes, but we screwed up this week.
It's okay.
Pretty Mac.
Ah,
Pretty Prince Mac.
Nice. Okay. So this week was quite. Well, last week was the first week. I mean, how was it? Did any of your members listen to the show? No, I doubt it.
I hope so.
They didn't say anything.
Actually, I didn't
okay.
ask, yeah.
Okay, they didn't.
Fascinating.
Okay.
But last week was horrible.
It was the best.
I lost.
Wow.
I lost. And you know what I found out after the show last week? Our manager voted for Eddy. Just because
He went on the
Just because I said her handwriting was horrible. After the show, she's like, I voted for Eddy.
Yes.
So a few of those votes were actually one of your managers.
Oh, Nuna, what are you doing? Man?
Well, I would have done the same thing. She has very good handwriting. Why did you say that she had bad handwriting? Don't tell a girl that she has bad handwriting.
I'm sorry.
I have bad handwriting.
And then I went home. I went out with these sausage lips. Mm-hmm. And I was like, who wants a hot dog? 누구 hot dog 싶어요?
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Okay. So it was very bad for you. Eddie, you had fun though because you won. Even though you tried it afterwards.
It was okay, but yeah, I'm just happy that I won because last time, before we came out as guests, Prince Max, he never loses. Yesterday, sorry, man.
Well, yeah. So last week he lost. So this week our penalty is actually quite different. Our penalty, what we're gonna do is we're gonna wait a week. So this week's penalty is we're going to find out who wins after the show. So we're going to tally up all the votes. So we're talking about like every single one, very last one. Not in between and then listen to a song at the end. We're going to actually wait until the entire show's over, tally up all the votes. And next week, what we're going to do is we're going to make the loser wear a bald head wig. So you're going to have a wig as bald. A bald head.
For the entire show?
For the entire show.
Oh my.
And then...
Eddy's going bald anyway.
What are you talking about, man? No.
And then, for next week, there's going to be a penalty for that show, too. So there's going to be 2 penalties.
Wow.
Why are we here, man? Why are we here?
Why are we here?
I think they just called us to give us penalties.
To do penalties.
Yes.
Well, it seems your fans like to do it anyway. Well, I mean, Prince Mac, I was looking at your personal SNS account. You like to do weird things anyway. Like, you jump around in, like, capes and you act like you're a vampire and all this other stuff. So.
But I don't eat spicy food. If you tell me to act like a vampire, I'm like, yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, wear the wig.
Oh, yeah, so you can wear the wig.
Thank you.
No.
Come on.
He doesn't mind getting dressed up, so.
No, not a bald headed wig because I have to
Look good. Keep the image up.
No, not look good. I always look good. I mean, I have to look like I'm young.
You have to look like you're young. Okay, so let's find out how you guys are going to win this week. So it's between our actors. Who are quite popular these days. So it's our idol actors. Our idol actors are Ijun and Im Siwan. So, who took Im Siwan?
I did.
Okay, so Eddie's in charge of Im Siwan. Ijun, then that means Prince Mac.
That's right, the better.
Okay, so obviously we're talking about their acting transformation. So who wants to go first?
Me? Okay. I'll go first this week. Well, as we all know, Ijun was a part of M Black, who was trained by Rain. Yes. So Rain is a big superstar, as everyone knows. He's been in Hollywood movies, and Ijun's been in Hollywood movies too. Ninja Assassin, and like there aren't many K-pop idols who's actually been in Hollywood movies. So I think Ijun is a good representation of K-pop idols in Hollywood.
Okay.
I mean, our master Jackie Chan has been in Hollywood movies too, and
yeah, I love his movies.
Yeah, and Rain's been like their master Rain, so hope one day they can work together or have a dance battle.
Oh,
I'd like to see Rain versus Jackie Chan in dance battle.
I think Jackie Jackie Chan will win, but anyways. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I mean, it's a good point though. He did play Rain's younger self in Ninja Assassin.
Yes.
He did a really good job. I'd have to say that when I first interviewed the members, Ijun was quite unique, just to say the least.
Unique.
He's a little out of the box, it's per se. Is in Korean they say 사차원 or fourth dimensional, but I like to say out of the box. So they think out of the box. They're not your typical person. Kind of what he is.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I was gonna say
Kind of what Prince is like.
But for Ijun, you use the word unique. For me, you use the word weird.
Yes, weird.
That means
I'm just unique too, please.
Okay, you're unique too. No, weird is because there's a lot more of affection putting into the word weird. Unique is being polite.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I said weird. Just because we support you that much. But anyways,
I love you, Isaac.
but yeah, for Ijun, I mean, I think it would have been a lot harder for him not just to be Rain's younger self, but also to be in a Hollywood film, to have the entire staff members being English-speaking staff members,
Yes.
and for him to not be able to speak the language that well, I think
It's
probably.
just like me. Like I'm working in Korea right now, and my Korean isn't that great, and I have to work with all Korean staff. Which actually I feel like I'm very lucky because they're really patient with me.
Okay.
And they're really nice. So yeah, I just like to say thank you while I'm here.
Yeah, how about me?
And he just
You've been here too long. And you've been here too long. For you and I, that kind of scratches out after you pass like the 5-year mark. If you can't speak Korean, they're just like, "What you doing?"
That's true.
No, but even
Though
school.
I helped them a lot in translating. You say
Ah.
thanks to me. No more translation for you.
No more translation.
I'm not gonna help you anymore.
Yeah. Eddie in our group. Eddie's a 통역, the translator, and I'm the bug killer.
The book.
One killer. Oh yes.
I kill all the bugs.
Okay. I'm starting to question how manly your team is. Because your stage performance is always so
Yes.
manly. But over there, Prince is the only one that's catching all the bugs. Okay,
Yes.
so that's kind of weird.
Like
so,
you kill the bugs because you're from Australia. I'm like, what? So
I didn't say that.
stereotypical. Simba said that.
Oh, yeah.
Simba said that.
Okay, if we have snakes in the house, you kill it. Snakes?
It's because you're from Australia. I get it. Okay, so you're taking over Im Soo-han, Eddie.
Yes.
How would we talk about his transformation as an actor?
At first he was idol group, and later his first, I think it was his debut drama, 해를 품은 달. What can I say? It was a big hit.
Yes, The Moon That Embraces the Sun was a huge hit. Even though it was a fusion drama, it was very popular. Very, very popular. And he's got I think a lot of the older generation knows Im Soo-han as an actor more than
a singer.
A singer. Indeed. That's how well he's made a transformation. Overall, I'd have to say. But not Hollywood, not yet.
Yeah, not yet. But I think soon, because after the recent movie, Attorney.
Yes,
변호사,
Attorney.
변호인, his acting was
Oh, very
brilliant.
good. Brilliant.
Awesome.
Brilliant.
And I think people in Hollywood or even in China, somewhere over there, anywhere that has movies, I think they are looking at it pretty well.
Okay. All right. I think it's because we're talking about acting today. Both of you guys are so serious.
Oh yeah.
A lot less.
No, I'm acting my serious.
You're
actually not very
acting.
serious.
You're serious today. Okay, so you're acting. It looks like both of them are putting on a little bit of an act today. So we have Prince Mac and Eddy in the studio of JJCC, and they're representing the two actors of the idol teams. Now I know that we have tons of idols these days that are acting. Super Junior members act. Of course, the Girls' Generation, IU, Suzy, everybody is acting these days. It seems like that's also something about the kind of criteria. You have to have that in your portfolio. For both of you, I mean, since your mentor at the moment is an actor and he, pretty much does a lot of action and whatnot. For the both of you, acting, is that an open door that you'd like to experience, or would you like to just stick with dancing and singing for now?
Well, for me, like I said before, my dream is to overcome, Jackie Chan, make my own action.
Okay.
Stunt.
Overcome?
How do you put
So you want to be better than our master?
Well, be a next generation.
I hope Jackie Chan's hearing this.
Sorry,
He wants to be better than you.
No, but I feel that to have a dream to exceed your mentor is the only way to, I feel, conquer
Yes.
all your wishes, I'd have to say, or what you would like to accomplish. Thinking bigger is not a bad thing.
I'll never beat him in a fight.
I don't think you'll be able to beat him, but you could
fights,
try. So yeah, you want to try and make your own stunts and stuff like as that as well.
Yes, of course. And before I actually came out in a movie, I had a minor role. I was pretty young, but how the lack of love affects two men.
Well, it was a Korean film.
Korean film comedy.
Oh.
애정 결핍 두 남자에게 미치는 영향.
Oh.
I came out as the main character's friend.
Okay.
And yes, it was my first time.
Okay.
And it was very fun. Also, I did. I taught. How do you say kids English on another broadcast system.
Okay.
It was fun. I think I shot 20 episodes.
Okay.
So a little here and there.
Okay. So it's not completely excluded from the future.
Yes.
Okay. What about you, Prince?
Well, I've studied acting.
Okay.
Just like Ijun. We both actually dance profession. But
Okay.
we went to school studying acting.
Okay.
But we came out as singers in idol groups. So me and Ijun actually have that in common.
I feel that Prince Mac has a tendency to try and find the similarities in the artist that he's
Yes.
promoting.
Yes.
Well, this is a good thing.
Marketing.
Marketing. Okay.
And any films I've been in, I have been in some films in China.
Okay.
There's a film in Chinese called 谁是谁的谁. English means who is who's who.
Okay.
Yeah, and in that film, apart from acting in it, I was also dancing and I sang the ending theme song.
Wow.
Yeah, for that.
I didn't know that we had
2013.
two world stars in the studio with me. Okay.
Yes.
So obviously for both of you, acting is something that if you had the opportunity, you would like to continue to pursue.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
of course.
But,
Okay.
I'd like to do something like superhero acting.
Superhero.
I really want to be a superhero. I think
Oh.
that's something I want to do.
Okay, superhero. So all of you directors out there, if you want to direct a movie with him being the lead, I think that would actually be a pretty good one.
Super Mac.
But choose me.
Yeah, but choose me. But choose Eddie.
Choose Eddie.
Okay,
No,
so
don't choose
Eddie's going to be representing Im Siwan, and then Prince Mac is going to be representing Ijun today. So you can send in your votes, either Prince Mac or Eddie or Ijun or Im Siwan or both, and we're going to find out who takes the win after our show today. Tally it up to the very last vote, and then next week for the entire show, the loser has to wear a bald wig. And there's also going to be another penalty next week as well. So, double the penalties. So next week we might see both of them do penalties, or just one of them do all of them. We're not sure.
Pick Eddie.
So,
When does Isaac Nuna get a penalty?
I don't get a penalty at all.
not fair.
This is the beauty of being the host. So start sending in your votes. We're going to take a listen to some more tracks to help support. That is Eddie or Prince Mac. So we're going to take a listen to M Black's track "Smoky Girl," followed by Zaya "태국의 아이들" with Aftermath Hyujin, and we'll see you guys after this with more of their opinions on the artists they're in charge of this week. Okay, so we've got Prince Mac and Eddie in the studio from JJCC, and we're talking about acting today. I didn't know that I was sitting in the studio with two world stars over here.
No, we're not world stars. Not yet. Not yet.
Soon to be.
Soon to be. Soon to be.
So I have to take this time as very precious
Oh.
because you guys are going to be world stars.
No, anything for you.
We'll come back.
I'll come see you anytime.
We'll come back. We'll come back.
Aw, how sweet. Okay, so we're talking about their acting transformation. Let's boast a little bit more about Ijun and Im Siwan today. Who wants to go next? Nobody?
Eddie, go.
Oh, okay, I'll go first.
Okay.
Ladies first. Again.
Ladies first.
Well, if Prince keeps, catching all the bugs, then I guess that is a correct phrase. But
No, it isn't.
I catch all the battles, I catch all the phrases.
okay, anyways. So, Eddie, let's talk about Im Siwan.
Oh, okay.
He's like, let me come back to reality here.
Inshuan, he has done a lot of the various acting. Like first, as 적도의 남자 Land of Tragedy, he acted as a psychopath. And also in the movie 변호인, the attorney, he acted as a student getting tortured and being framed as North Korean. Also, what else? The sun.
That embraces the moon.
Yes, so many various actings, and he's been getting trophies every year since his debut.
Yes.
So what more should I say? 신인상 first debut, The next year, 신인상 for musical. The next year for drama, and I think Marie Claire awards for male.
Oh.
신인상. So
Wow.
Rookie of the Year award. So every year.
Rookie of the Year award for different venues. Okay, so since we're talking about awards, is there any awards for Ijun?
Yeah, there is. This year, 2014, he got best new male newcomer.
Okay.
Best new male newcomer. Best male newcomer. Yes. 2014 for his role of Oh Young, playing Oh Young. Same last name as you, Eddie. Eddie O. Yeah. Maybe relatives. Huh?
Say what?
And if you ever have a kid, could you please call her Yeah?
Oh yeah.
Oh
my
yeah.
Goodness. Oh my goodness.
Okay, back to Ijun. All right. He also played, in film Kapdungi. Kapdungi as a psychopath.
That was a drama.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, drama.
Drama film.
It was both of them played psychopaths, but very different levels.
Yes.
Ijun's was actually quite scary. I saw the drama and I was quite surprised. I was glad that I was able to forget that he was Ijun in his role.
Yes, I think like him acting as a psychopath, it's just another level. Because I don't think all the good actors have to be like good people in film or like handsome.
Oh, of course.
Good actors like they can do both. Ijun can do the Moshiso gentleman, and he can also be this crazy psychopath.
When I was watching Kapdungi, it actually kind of reminded me of American Psycho. Very similar.
Old school.
Very old school,
Yeah, old school.
very raw.
Yes.
But I feel the director, I'm guessing that the chemistry between the filming director and Ijun was very good because he was able to catch the slight changes on camera. So it's not something that, that chemistry between those two has to be, I feel, very solid for them to be able to communicate that. Because if it's not so much if Ijun went out of frame, but if Ijun maybe was showing a smirk from his right side of the face, but the camera came in on the left. You know what I mean? Obviously, we would miss that slight transition.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing that the chemistry between them was also quite good. So that's probably why we were able to see that. Speaking of acting, I mean, you're talking about how these guys have constantly made some transformations, and kind of going back to you two, since you both have been acting before, Prince said that he would like to maybe do a superhero in the future.
Yes.
Eddie, what about you? Is there any role or maybe any movie that if they did a remake, you would love to kind of do that character over again?
There's so much.
Yeah, there's so many.
There's so many. Well, for starters, I always wanted to, if they remade, 친구 in a very younger version.
Okay.
Just
So which they had 친구 2 recently, but
Yes.
it was a different version of
Yes.
the movie.
친구? Friends?
Yes,
Friends. It was a Korean film. Chang Dong-gun and a lot of other really high level, out of this world actors were in that film, and there was a lot of popular phrases that became quite kind of a thing in Korea for a while. But a lot of guys, they would always try to imitate the scenes and do parodies of the scenes of that as well.
Yes.
Okay, so you would like to do a remake. So more of like fighting scenes, a lot of action.
Yes.
Okay, a lot of blood.
A lot of bugs. A lot of bugs.
A lot of bugs. Action, but I also want to I like comedy, love comedies.
Oh, okay.
So it's a little different, but
You like romantic comedies as well.
Yes, I
So
do.
you'd like to be the sweet guy that gets the girl.
Yes, and then
Which is obviously acting.
What?
Which is acting.
It's
No.
acting. Okay, Prince, what about you? Other than superhero, is there any other role that you think you would like to conquer?
Actually, I would like to try not just a superhero, but the villain.
Ooh.
Like Joker.
I think you do really well.
Why so serious? Like Joker, yeah. So I'm just a big superhero fan.
I think I can see a little bit of that in him.
I can see his face on. You know the movie star. Do you want to play a game?
Yeah, do you want to play a game?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Very scary, indeed. Okay, so obviously we're talking about some actors today, Ijun and Im Siwan. Now, I know, Eddie, since you've been in Korea for a while, I know that you've seen a little bit of this transformation with our idols, because when you first got here, this was still kind of a territory that people were not really getting into.
Yes, it was true. When I first came here,
When was it? When you came here 10 years ago, right?
yeah, when I was 14, so
2004?
yeah,
You got here?
somewhere around there.
2004. Since you came here 2004, that's when I think the world started changing. The K-pop world started changing just a little bit. And there was slowly but surely seeing more idols making their debut into movies and dramas. But it has become more popular these days, I'd have to say.
I think it's sort of mandatory now.
Kind of.
It's like if you're an idol singer, you have to be good in before idol, you used to be good at singing or dancing, but now it's acting, musicals, 연극s,
Plays.
So I think for
Talking.
talking,
Like you too, because you have to be on radio with me.
Yes. So much, but
Self-promoting.
Then what about musicals? Because also musicals is another way of acting, and it's become quite popular here in Korea for idols to be in musicals. And there's a lot of musicals that are actually quite popular even in China right now. So there's a lot of Chinese-Korean collaborations with the stages there.
Yes.
What about you two? Musicals. It's very different than just acting.
I want to do a musical called Count Macula.
Oh my gosh.
okay, and he's back.
And he's back.
No,
And he's
really,
back.
Really.
And we thought he was going to leave for about a week or so, but now he's back.
That was another name the fans gave me, Count Macula.
Because of that post that you put.
Vampire thing.
Iron Mac.
Iron Mac. Edward.
Ed and Eddie.
Oh my goodness. Okay, Eddie, what about you?
Well, when I first came to Korea, that was my first time seeing a musical.
Oh.
Jekyll and Hyde.
Oh. Whose version did you see? Oh.
지금 이 순간.
Wow, you know the Korean version.
Yes. 지금 여기.
That's how
That's
overplayed this song is.
Yes,
but anyways,
Oh, yes.
you know that's banned from auditioning?
Yes.
You can't
This song-
audition with that song.
Really?
You can't audition for Jekyll and Hyde in Korea with This Is the Moment.
So
That's
just-
the only song I
alright,
know.
alright, let's say it's an audition, right? Okay, sing a song. Just start.
처음은
Stop.
여기를.
Come on. Okay, I'll always get it
okay.
too, yeah?
Okay, there he's gonna sing a JJCC song. That's good. That's actually a pretty good song. So you saw Jekyll and Hyde. So
Yes.
you would like to do Jekyll and Hyde?
I fell in love with it
Okay.
from the beginning. I was like, wow, it's really, really different from singing, on stage and acting. It's like you have to have all three, all four, I would say, dancing, singing, acting, and hope with the audience.
Yeah, being able to interact with the audiences.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think musicals, like I want to do it
Later.
later because I think
Okay.
it's the hardest.
Okay. So build up a little bit more and then do it later.
Yes.
Okay, sounds good. So today we're talking about not just these two. It's not an audition. Oh, it kind of sounds like it's an audition today. So Eddie of JJCC and Prince Mac of JJCC as well are in the studio, and we are looking at Ijun and Im Siwan because they're acting, and obviously with the many different transformations that they've been showing, they've been boasting about it. But obviously, since they're guys as well, and both of them are very have very nice bodies. I would figure that, it kind of helps us think of, Im Siwan and Ijun as well, since Ijun was quite popular for a six-pack
Oh,
for
yes.
the longest time.
Mac, do you have a six-pack?
I got a 3.
He's like a 3.5.
3.5.
Let me count.
Yeah, 3.8.
Okay. But, I mean, obviously, this has also become something that's quite popular with the male idols these days, is having a nice body. The chiseled abs. They call them the chocolate abs and whatnot. So,
Yes, chocolate.
yes, chocolate abs.
I don't know, like after our 처음이다 그래, and then we came with our mini album. Like the stylist, they kept on putting my shirts more down and down.
Yeah, I noticed that.
I was like, but why? Why me?
Well, you have the broadest of shoulders, so I feel that gives you more of the manly-like type of appeal. And I feel that even though you do work out, I feel that it naturally just shows more of, I don't know. How do I put this? How do I put this?
The Hulk.
The Hulk?
The Hulk.
No, it naturally shows a more broader figure, I'd have to say. So a more manly figure. That's why they're making it more lower and lower. Your fans like it. It's like you're sitting there over there like, oh, I needed to push ups instead of.
Oh my god.
Prince, do you ever worry about this?
No worries at all. I think it's perfect.
Like if you see our
I can
clothes
put my
right
shirt.
now, you know.
Very different, yeah. You're wearing a tank top and he's wearing a sweater. Oh, it feels like you're still in summer, and
I'm in
he's in winter. He's in winter already.
Antarctica.
Okay.
Antarctica.
So we're gonna vote for either Ijun or Im Siwan or Eddy or Prince Mac. It's up to you. Im Siwan is being represented by Eddy today. Prince Mac is representing Ijun, and their acting skills and talking even about themselves as actors and wanting to do so much in the future. We're gonna take a listen to some more songs so you guys have some more chances to vote. Continue to sending in your votes. Remember, this week we're gonna count your votes all the way to the end of the show, and then we're going to find out who takes the penalty next week. So for the entire show, they're going to be bald. And then we're going to have yet another penalty. So one person can do 2 penalties next week, or we might just have one of each next week. So it's up to our listeners. Start sending in your votes. We've got M Black with Like a Man, 남자답게, followed by Zaya, 제국의 아이들 with 숨소리 or Breathe, and we will see you after this. All right, we're back, and the reason why I'm laughing is because we have the actual wig in the studio with us right now.
Oh my god.
Eddie was just like, "Oh my god, you're making us wear this?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's what the loser's getting." Don't you like the long hair?
It reminds me of my
Old hair.
A long time ago. I think Max should try it.
No, I think it suits you more. All the fans say, "Oh, it looks better with long hair." So
No.
Here we go,
No,
fans.
even our producer was just like, "Oh, I think that he looked good with this long hair."
Yeah, so if you want to say Eddie with long hair and
He's
a
bald.
bald head,
No,
then
not this
vote
one.
for-
I've tried
vote
this
for
on
Prince Mac.
before. I've tried this on before. It kind of fits awkward because it's supposed to be from your forehead back. So you're
okay.
supposed to put it on your forehead.
Well, Eddie's got an awkward head, so
Oh, wait,
it'll fit him perfectly.
man.
It'll fit Eddie perfectly.
He's got an awkward head. So remember, guys, we're not going to finish the voting now. We're going to wait until the end of our show today. So after our last song goes out and that finishes, we're going to tally up the votes up until then. So now that you've seen the penalty,
Yes.
is there anything that you'd like to say or do before we end the show today?
Please. Again.
He always just uses the word please, but you know, if you want to see Eddie, old school Eddie,
Old school Eddie.
and old Eddie, then vote for Prince Mac and Ijun.
I think it's a good thing though. I guess one of us doesn't have to do our hair at the shop.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Well, I mean, considering that Prince has blonde hair at the moment, it kind of does fit with the gray though.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Why? What are you doing? What are you doing? You're being so one-sided now, huh?
Yeah.
I just, after seeing you win, I think I like seeing you lose a lot better.
What? I quit. I quit.
But it isn't up to me. It isn't up to me. It's up to our listeners. So we have about a minute or so left. So is there anything you guys would like to say before we end the show? Because remember, you have to do the entire show next week with that, plus
Yes.
next week's penalty.
Okay, let me start. Please. So I got 1 minute, right? Please vote for Prince Mac because Prince Mac loves you. You love him, and you want to see Eddie in long hair. I think it suits him a lot. Like I know you guys can't see it right now, but you will see it next week. So.
And Prince Mac looks way better.
No. Like seriously, I don't lie. I don't lie to my fans. Like everyone knows that.
Wow.
Eddie, he'll look good in it, and
Well, I look good in anything, but not this.
and, and if he wears it, I will braid his hair on air. On air, okay? And we'll take photos and we'll send it to you with him in this bold wig. So, yes. Okay, Eddie, you have 10 seconds left. Go.
What? Oh man.
Eddie, you got 10 seconds left. 8 seconds.
Hey,
No, you
wait.
have a minute. Don't worry.
Thank
What?
you. See,
Oh, no. Can I keep going?
I'll just sing a little part of a song, an OST, in The Moon That Embraces the Sun.
Ooh!
gonna sing?
Yes.
You can sing next week with this bold wig.
No, it's like,
You can sing next week.
Be quiet, man.
Okay, hurry up.
사랑해요 그대한 사람 사랑해요 그대한 사람 내가 미친 듯이 사랑했던 단 한 사람 Please vote for me.
Okay, you know, singing on the show does not work because I did that last week. So it does not work. Singing on the show does not work. I sang Happy Birthday, B2B version, and it did not work. Okay, I failed miserably.
It might work on me.
It might work.
It
It might work. It might work.
Watch, you will lose. Wait, no. Yes, watch, you will lose. You will lose.
He can't think straight, poor Prince.
I don't want to lose again. I always lose. Please.
Okay, well, we're gonna have to wait an entire week to find out who takes that penalty, plus next week's penalty as well. Thank you guys so much for joining us in the studio. We're gonna listen to your recent single. If you guys haven't checked out the dance practice video, go check it out because they also posted that as well. We've got JJCC for our last song for today with Ping Bing Bing One Way, and we'll see you guys next week.
Thank
See
you.
you guys.
Bye bye.
Vote for Eddie. Vote for Eddie.
No, vote for Prince. What are
No,
you doing?
Eddie.
No.
Eddie.
Eddie in the week.